We all know Fallout New Vegas, and if you clicked on this video, there's a pretty good chance that you at least like New Vegas. New Vegas is a pretty good game. I mean, there are Elvis cosplayers in a post-apocalyptic setting. What more could you need? Fallout New Vegas is mostly universally praised as being one of the best Fallout games. It has a good and intriguing story without the DLCs, and it has a mind-blowing story with the DLCs. It takes on dark subjects while still staying funny and wild. And its gameplay? Now here's where the fanbase is divided. One side says that New Vegas' gameplay is just plain bad and that it has aged like milk, and the other side says that New Vegas' gameplay is still pretty good and holds up to this day. I will be supporting the latter idea. Now, without further ado, I am Dodate. I live in the Lucky 38, and this is my confession. I actually like Fallout New Vegas' gameplay. The most common point against New Vegas' gameplay is that it is just clunky. Clunky, and yes, clunky. And it is not a lie, the gameplay is a bit clunky and slow, but here is why I don't think that actually affects the gameplay too much. Firstly, it is actually not as bad as many people would like you to believe. Yes, it is indeed slow, but it isn't as unbearable as some Redditors would have you think. Actually, my advice is just don't believe Redditors in general, or just people who say, is it just me? Or is this obviously not a very good part of the game very bad, and it makes the game unbearable? When people say clunky, I assume they are talking about two things, animations and the bullet spread. The animations are not very good for a 2010 game, especially if we consider that Black Ops, Bad Company 2, Metro 2033, and the best game, Toy Story for the PS3 also came out in 2010. I accept that the animations aren't perfect, but that in no way makes the game unplayable, or bad even. When people talk about New Vegas' animations, they usually talk about the reloads, the aim down sights animation, and the third person walking animation. Firstly, the reloads aren't really that bad. In fact, I think they are pretty good. The animations for Rick Deckard's pistol looks pretty good. And I just think that most people don't realize that these animations don't look good to you because they are affected by the stat agility. I didn't know this until I was writing down this script, so lower it down and you'll see that they aren't that bad. For the aiming down sights part, it is ugly, there is no doubt about it. But if we consider that New Vegas was a game made in the year 2010, we can say that most other FPS games didn't have a complex zooming in system like Siege. Next, the bullet spread. People criticize the bullet spread of New Vegas a lot, but you have to remember, VATS, Voltec Assisted Targeting System, exists. Yes, unlike Fallout 4, Fallout 3 and New Vegas are built around VATS and you're supposed to use it, at least most of the time. I think this criticism comes from people who have played games that were fully FPSs before playing New Vegas, like Call of Duty, Halo and Rainbow Six. To these people, you have to remember that, at its core, Fallout New Vegas is, well, a Fallout game. A 3D strategy FPS game if you would. You aren't meant to just run into combat like you are playing Doom or Ultra Kill. Don't get me wrong, by the way, I'm not trying to insult these types of people because I actually know some of them in real life. I'm just trying to form an opinion. Even if you are against using VATS, the bullet spread is practically non-existent on semi-automatic weapons. The service rifle, the sniper rifle, and pistols just to name a few. They have very minimal bullet spread. The bullet spread without VATS isn't outrageous, by the way. Unlike Fallout 3 where every bullet would fly off to a different zip code, like one is flying off to London and the other one's flying off to fucking Istanbul, in New Vegas it mostly goes up like the 45 submachine gun, in a vertical line. There are weapons that don't do this, but they are usually heavy weaponry, like portable miniguns. I probably don't need to tell you that a portable minigun won't have amazing accuracy. Thanks for listening to me. I would greatly appreciate hearing your opinions on this topic, even if you disagree with my opinion. I would also really appreciate if you could subscribe, of course, if you like this video. Since it is the end of this video, I want to address why I've been uploading less. The answer is that I just haven't felt like uploading 2 times a week, and I'm really tired once I come home from school, since yes, I do go to school. Besides that, I'm writing a D&D homebrew campaign setting right now, so yes, there's that too. Thanks for watching and goodbye.